ever whispered to her. Her entire life had been one long exercise in telling people what she wanted, only to have to listen to the litany of excuses why she couldn't do what she wanted or couldn't have what she wanted. It was too risky, too dangerous. She didn't understand the consequences. She didn't this, she didn't that. Every excuse her brother could throw at her. He did. If Mac knew she was in this elevator with a man whose pleasure was her pleasure, well, there might be guns involved. This was risky and dangerous and all that stuff that Mac had spent the past 12 years trying to shield her from. She was tired of being protected. She wanted something more than safety. She wanted Ben.
"Why are we still in this elevator?"
she asked in as innocent a tone as she could muster, given how Ben's body was pressing against hers. "You are quite certain?"
"Quite. But don't stop talking."
The words hadn't even gotten out of her mouth before Ben hauled her away from the wall of the elevator and out into the hall. "Are you this adventurous in everything?" He was carrying her as if she weighed nothing at all. She was as light as a feather, a leaf on the wind in Ben's arms. She was flying, and she didn't ever want to come down. She also didn't want to cop to her relatively limited experiences in the whole pleasure department. Every time she got serious about a guy, her brother, her well-meaning, overbearing brother, came down like the hammer of Thor, and before Violet could blink, the guy would be giving her the "it's not you, it's me" talk. Violet may have had only a couple of boyfriends, but V was knowledgeable and experienced. She could not only handle a man like Ben, she could meet him as an equal. And so, help her, no one was going to give her the "let's be friends" talk tonight.
"Why don't we find out?"
He growled against her neck. A door opened.
"What?"
An older man, voice heavy on the Texas accent, said. Ben stopped, without putting Violet down, turned to stare at the old man in the open doorway. He didn't say anything. He didn't make a menacing gesture. He just stared down the other man.
"Ah, well, yes,"
the older man babbled as the door shut.
"Whoa,"
Violet said, giggling again.
"Dude, you are... wow."
So this was what exuding masculinity looked like. "Dude, eh?" Ben said with a sexy chuckle as he began walking down the hall. Every step made Violet gasp as Ben's hard length pressed against her sex. "For a woman as beautiful as you often talk like a man."
"I don't always wear little black dresses."
Ben stopped in front of another door. He said, as his hands stayed on her body as he set her down, which effectively meant he hiked her dress up. "Are you sure you won't tell me your name?"
"No,"
she said quickly. She didn't want this fantasy night of perfection to be ruined by something as mundane as reality.
"No names. Not tonight."
He got his key out and opened the door. Then his hands were back on her body, walking her backward into the room. "Who are you hiding from? Family?" He pulled her to a stop and turned her around. His fingers found her zipper and pulled it down, one slow click after another. "Or another lover,
"I'm not hiding from anyone,"
she fibbed. It was a small fib because no, she did not want Mac to know she'd done something this wild, this crazy. That's why she was in Holloway instead of Royal. "We're all hiding from something, are we not?" Ben began to pull the dress down, revealing the black bra with the white embroidery that she wore only when she was feeling particularly rebellious, which, in the last few months, was almost every day.
Look,"
she said in frustration, taking a step back and pulling free of his hands.
"I won't ask about you, you won't ask about me, and we use condoms. That's the deal. If that doesn't work for you..."
She grabbed the sleeves of her dress and tugged them back up. Ben stood there, his sinfully delicious lips curved into a smile. Oh no, he wouldn't call her bluff, would he? Because she wanted to strip him out of that suit, and she didn't want to walk out of this room until she was barely able to walk at all.
"I just need a night with you,"
she said, the truth of that statement sinking in for the first time since she'd walked into the bar at the Holloway Inn and laid eyes on this tall, dark, and handsome stranger. She'd thought she just needed a night out, but the very moment Ben had turned to her, his coal black eyes taking in her lacy black cocktail